Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a video. I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna ramble for a bit. Um, yeah, so I don't even know if this is gonna be super edited, so hopefully you'll hang in there with me. Um, Recently I watched a video. It was a Game Grumps video. I watch Game Grumps all the time, love their stuff. But Aaron, one of the Grumps, was talking about how he recently had been learning to cope with his ADD. As a fella who has ADHD, this is something that I learned something from him, and it was something I wish I'd learned a lot sooner. Sort of a method he uses to deal with it. Now, I was diagnosed with ADHD in about 3rd grade. I'm medicated for it, all that goodness. But I definitely failed throughout life to take the proper steps to cope with it. Like, I never really made an effort to cope with it. I've always been fairly self-aware, and so that to me was enough to cope with it in part. But it's always been difficult for me to, how do I say this, take on larger projects. Like, the example that really got me thinking about this is I've been working on this review for a little while now, and I've just been putting it off. But I want it done, right? I want to do it. But it's been impossible for me to do it. And this is just the latest example in a long series of examples. But yeah, and I can't do it, and my brain just drives me to feel guilty about it. And it's like, why aren't you working on this thing? And I'm getting a ton of side stuff done. I mean, I played through a bunch of the Halo games. That was a lot of fun. It was enjoyable to reopen myself up to that. Important and really good gaming series, and I've been organizing a bunch of old files and getting all that kind of stuff done. A lot of littler things. I've been making songs, which has been excellent. I've been loving them. I hope to put some of those on Patreon soon, but anyway, beside the point. But he talked recently in an episode, I don't know which one, I might include it, I might not, about a kind of trick or a technique he learned called productive procrastination. And this is something that I'd never really considered. But I think I do to an extent, but knowing about it, being cognizant of it is really, really important for being able to make these kinds of techniques and tools work for you, which I think is a really useful thing to do when you have, not a disability, but a struggle or an impairment, I think is probably the best way to put it. Because I'm not disabled. I do think I'm impaired by my ADHD. Like I said, I'm medicated for it, but that only goes so far. That only does so much. And there's a lot of instances where it's really hard for me to work on, a main project. So what is, and I get sidetracked and all that kind of stuff. So what is productive procrastination? And what it ultimately is we have a tendency, to take on smaller projects to kind of avoid doing this bigger project. So a better way to get around that is kind of giving yourself or rationalizing to yourself an even larger project or a different project, and then procrastinating on that basically to get your current project done. And it's something I'm going to try to do over the next couple weeks to try to get this review done, because I want it done by April 1st. Most of the recording is done. I have a few lines left to record, but I'm kind of waiting on a thing for that. But apart from that, I just basically need to edit at this point. And I even got that started, I got some of the files in Adobe ready to go, so it's coming along, and hopefully it'll be done by the end of the month. If not, hey, no sweat, And in many ways too, I think I've learned recently to kind of embrace that creative energy. If my mind isn't naturally going to try to make me procrastinate on a bigger project, well, why not use that different creative energy instead of doing something large that I'm going to find draining, and I'm not going to get done. Or it's not going to be as fresh or enjoyable. Work on a bunch of side stuff. Like I said, I've been making a bunch of songs recently that's been awesome. I think I got, 4 or 5 songs really, well on the way. And a bunch more ideas and stuff for them, which is super cool. But yeah, I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the point of this video is. Like I said, it's just a video. I don't even know if I'm going to post it or edit it, or I might. I probably will. But, yeah. So, let me know, what you think. Any of you have ADHD? Do any of you guys suffer with this, this struggle of just sometimes it's even larger, or smaller, smaller projects, Sometimes it's even smaller projects that it's just hard for me to deal with. And yeah, I feel like there was more I wanted to say, but ultimately, I guess that's the big thing I wanted to talk about. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. Oh, there will be a quick update at the end of the month. Although I already just talked about a bunch of the stuff I've been working on, so I don't know, maybe I'll just reiterate that, or maybe this won't come out. I don't know. Yeah. See you later.